Hello everyone, it's Adam here. This is going to be a two-part series where I visit the BMW Performance Center / US Riders Academy for BMW and attend a MOA sponsored premier training. So let's get right into it in Greer, South Carolina. All right, we're getting settled in here. I've got to actually, I was in such a rush to get down here because of the snow situation I was in that I wasn't able to really pack. I didn't know what to pack, so I basically brought the helmet that I think is most easy to get on and off, and then I just brought everything, including 2 Hero 9s, which I only need 1, and 2 pairs of gloves. But yeah, everything's basically all the D3O stuff sort of flattened out. I thought I'd go with you guys over you guys the schedule of this MOA Premier training here. So here's our schedule. So time is 12:42. I have a 3:15 BMW factory tour for which I can't show you because there's no cameras allowed. They actually even like take your smartphone. So going to that 3:15, and then I will hop in a taxi and get back here by cutoff time, and then get on the shuttle and go to the Performance Center, dinner, orientation, and back to the hotel by 8:45. And obviously get a good night's sleep because on the shuttle tomorrow at 7:45. And they do say here, let's see, bring your gear with you. On this one, no gear needed tonight. So it looks like we received some goodies here, compliments of the MOA. So we've got a badge and a lanyard. Oops. So we got this MOA lanyard that I'll wear proudly tonight and tomorrow. We have our schedule, which you guys saw earlier, was in the Dropbox page. Anything else in here that we should be aware of? Got some code of contact. Anything in here about GoPros? That's what I want to make. Okay, good. We have looks like a tote bag of some sort. Nice. What is this? We got hey, I haven't seen this one before. We've got the California BDR DVD. That's a pretty cool gift, actually. What else do we have here? Oh, a new MOA land gator. Looks like there's a R18 on it. Or maybe a R bike of some sort. We've got the MOA shirt with Riders Academy on the back of it. We've got a CD, Tupelo Blue at Niagara Falls. Nice. It's Ted's weekend project. And then we've got a whole bunch of stuff here. We've got, oh, nice. About the foundation, the rider training, which is awesome. Getaways, which, by the way, guys, I'm hosting this one in Sugarbush. You should come. Oh, nice sticker. Sweet. Nice little goodie bag. Pretty cool. I'm gonna get my lanyard on, head back downstairs, maybe grab a drink. So this is the Marriott in Greer. Everyone's arriving. All MOA members. Everyone's kind of paid to be here and joining the training. So this is the BMW Car Club of America and MOA's main offices in Greer. They've got a little museum set up. They had dinner for us. Got to sit out by the lake. Food was great, obviously being in the South helps. And then we headed over for the riders meeting, which took place the night before to get all the safety and sort of stuff out of the way. These were 2 of the trainers that I've actually met before at the Lebanon, Tennessee rally. They did the authority training. They're both police officers, and it was great. Just nice to get that over with the day before. We're going fast here. This is the next day, Saturday, arriving at the Performance Center, and we head in and basically get all of our quick briefing. We were out in front of the bikes like 5 minutes after we showed up because we'd already done the riders' safety stuff the day before. And we went right to it, basically just showing off how the controls work, assigning bikes. And I was lucky I got an R1250 GS Adventure. I know. All right, let's get right into the training. So our 14 people were split into 2 groups of 7. I was so lucky, not only having my own bike, but also I was put on the off-road group first, which was great. So we went and all rode back to the Enduro area, and we start off with, you'll see here, we start off with doing warm-ups. So it's 6 laps. You start seated on the bike. You have your right foot out. Then you put your right leg under your left butt, and then you sit side saddle left. Then you switch and sit side saddle right. So you're basically, well, side saddle. And you're doing this without stopping. So that's why I'm moving a lot of my handlebars, because we're all kind of moving around on our bikes. Everyone did super well and completed it perfectly.
Excellent.
So we started this with very low speed, like just kind of feathering the clutch, low speed, nearly stalling exercises across. We did this a few different times just to make sure that everyone kind of gets that, works on any cobwebs. Clutch feel is good, braking is good, you're balanced, you keep a straight line. They told me that I should keep a straighter line, so I was a little bit wobbly. And then we came through and we did, I believe, Enduro stops, our second round. And so in the Enduro stops, it's basically...
No stops yet.
And the next one, we're basically coming to nearly a complete stop, but don't stall.
Good, Adam. Thank you.
And then...
Sit. Now, try to go as straight as possible. Okay.
Yeah, it was very wobbly. And this one is the one where you're going to come
so now we're doing trial stops.
Nearly a complete stop. Well, they say go to 0, hold it for as long as you can, and then start it back up. And just do whatever you have to do with the front.
Okay.
Do whatever you have to do with the front wheel to get it to keep going.
Not there yet. Oh, okay.
So go to 0, hold it for as long as you can, get started. If you have to move your wheel left or right, that's fine, but come to a complete dead stop. And obviously, don't stall it when you get back that friction zone again.
Stop. More. Now go. There you go. Suit up, put helmets on, we'll start riding. Make sure that you give the person in front of you 1 or 2 cones so that we're not bunching up. And if somebody drops their bike in front of you, just go around, skip a cone, and get back on course. You put me first again. Hey, you're the one that keeps racing.
Okay, so this is slalom exercises. You'll see that this instructor is having me look over to him. So look at where you're going to go. So once you've basically set your line, you look to the next cone already. You're already looking left right now. Their biggest thing was having me go much slower. I was going way too fast before. And then also moving more on my, while standing, move more. So, use my feet to control, put my knees all the way forward, stick my leg out if I have, put my leg against the seat, and then put the other knee down low against the cylinder head. Basically, turning, basically turning away from the bike to keep the bike from falling over.
Okay. Sorry. All right, look at me. Okay. Come to me and then make the swoopy right. Okay. Yeah, that's right. Yep. Good. Outside, exaggerate it more next time. Okay.
Basically, my biggest issue is that I'm not leaning my knee down to the cylinder head or tucking my opposite leg against the seat. Or sticking my butt out far enough. Now, when you put your butt out, doesn't mean lean forward. You still keep your back straight. You're kind of hanging off the bike. And I didn't capture a lot of demonstrations because I didn't want to steal have people pick up on the actual techniques. I want you to go to school yourself, but I'm trying to explain it the best I can as a non-GS certified rider.
The back person, I'll be watching for everybody, okay? If somebody falls over, the one immediately behind them will ride up and assist them with picking up the motorcycle, and then we'll get back on, and you should not lose sight of the person from.
All right, good 10-minute break to cool down. I'll bring up the rear, as always. We're gonna do an enduro lap. This is a ride to their enduro course, or one of like 3 enduro courses. Focusing on what we've learned so far, it's a little technical. This was, in my opinion, this is pretty easy. But you'll notice the guy in front of me is trying to use all the skills that we just learned. When you're moving around obstacles, when you're going slowly over something, when you're looking ahead where you're going to go, all this stuff was used during the enduro course, and it wasn't that technical. It wasn't too tight. There was nothing about this that sort of threw me for a loop personally. It all felt like it was basically just reinforcing everything we had just been working on for a while. And it was kind of a nice break from the exercises. I don't need to worry about you, right? Nope. and part of what they told us is to watch the guy behind you. And I was at the very back of the group, so obviously I don't need to watch the instructor. Man down on the right there. Man down. And the instructors are always really fast to sort of step in and help people out. I mean, they move in so quickly, and everyone just keeps going. It's a nice flow. Everyone's professional, taking care of themselves and each other. Then we lined all back up for a well-deserved water break.
I know today we're just getting a sample, but like in our full off-road classes, that's kind of the idea. Learn something, practice it in an exercise scenario, and then go play with it and do those tight little woods trails, do that kind of stuff, so it gets reinforced and it makes sense, because cones get in people's heads like nothing I've ever seen. So like you see it.
All right, this is gonna be fun actually. I'm looking forward to this one. It's not gonna be as bad as Tomichi Pass in Colorado, that's for sure. Fucking thing was terrible. So this was a great course actually. So we started off with some washboard, and then we went through some narrow kind of rut simulations. We loop around, we go through another rut, it's a little bit longer, and then finally over some whoopties, small whoopty, big whoopty, you have a pick basically. And I found this to be a nice... My front tire, I drift a lot. I'm a drifter on the front tire. I found this to be a good representation of kind of what we ride on in New England. What I experienced most of all, obviously in a much more basic area, but it was very similar to what I'm used to in the kind of New England riding environment that we go through. Are we stopping this time?
I'll stop you like in the second or third time.
Okay. And here are our whoopties.
Small ruts or small bumpies.
Now I was told later that I was going a little too fast through these, causing the suspension to hit its maximum sort of rebound and damping, so I had to go through a little bit softer in after times.
Thank you.
He called me professional. Made me feel good.
Okay. Ooh, a skid plate's gonna hit on this one, that's for sure.
The skid plate did hit on this one. Or the center stand, I'm not sure.
Okay. Oh, sorry.
Now I will say, with my aftermarket suspension on my GSA, at the speed I went through before, I wouldn't have hit center stand or skid plate or hit maximum rebound. I know for a fact I wouldn't have, because I've done stuff like that before with my GSA with the Touratech suspension, but on an OEM bike at 250 pounds, yes, he's right. I was outriding the suspension on that one.
Good, stay loose. Come to a nice smooth stop, out and wide. Don't sit.
Oh, sorry.
There you go.
Sorry about that.
Did you feel the bike compress?
I did.
Okay, now when you start off, you don't want to sit first because then you change everything in the bike, right?
There we go. Yeah. The thing is about me is I ride slow compared to my friends on dirt bikes, but I ride fast compared to this, and that's what they're trying to teach me is the lack of balance that I have. So one more run through of these. This was really, it was nice to have trainers watching you and giving you that real-time feedback. I found that just, you know, no matter how much of this is stuff I do at home, you know, on my trails, it was just good to have this reinforcement and real-time feedback. Huge. That's the best part of this kind of training.
Let's go. Do the exact same thing. Pick whatever side you want to ride.
All right. Are we?
Yep. You like being first, right?
What's that? Oh,
I said you like being first, right?
it seems like it, yeah. Are we doing gravel? Oh, please do gravel. Oh yeah. Mud. Love me some mud. Give me all the mud. Give it to me, baby. Oh yeah. Give me all that mud.
Rear brake only. So off with the throttle, in with the clutch, stomp on the rear brake, get your weight back, brace on the tank, okay?
This is off-road braking exercises with ABS on or off. It was a mix and match. I got some really great coaching from this instructor. He was super, super helpful.
You want to make sure you're getting your hips back.
Okay.
So you were doing this during the washboards as well?
Yep.
You're kind of just squatting.
I'm on it.
down.
Okay, yeah.
You want to keep your knees over your ankles still.
Okay.
So instead of like squatting down,
Yep.
you want to like move your butt back.
Okay. So same thing again, build up speed, get into second, and then slam on the rear brake, put your weight over the rear tire, and keep your balance. Good? No, that's great.
Body
Sorry.
position looked a lot better.
Yeah, my ass is kind of touching here a little
It
bit.
should be.
Okay, okay. I think this is the one where we have to actually use front and rear together. But again, I think ABS is still off in this exercise. So it's, again, balance, response time, and commitment.
All right, so a couple things.
Sorry.
No, you're good, man. The first thing was that you weren't locked. You didn't lock the front tire immediately. And
Okay.
I think it might just be, make sure you're kind of pulling that toe in.
Okay, yep.
And that way the bike always locks, okay?
Okay.
The second thing is as soon as it did start sliding, you immediately sat down.
Oh.
So, I want you to really focus on like breaking that lever off, pressing it
Okay.
hard.
Now this is keeping throttle on, but locking up the front. Throttle on, lock up the front. So you keep drive to the rear wheel, but you lock up that front brake.
See how when you release that front brake, how it wants to stand back up?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
basically the opposite of the trial stop.
And finally, front and rear together with the ABS still off.
Nice.
Whew.
How'd it
So
feel?
it went left that time.
Good left that time, yeah. But otherwise, it looked good. You have your eyes up, you kept it under control.
Okay.
Especially like the way these ruts are, sometimes you're just going to get moved around.
Okay.
Nice. That rear tire is still kind of on the verge of locking, unlocking, locking, unlocking.
Okay. been duck standing for so long, I'm just touching this guy.
All right, so that's a really dangerous thing to do.
And to wrap up the off-roads section, now we head into more of the enduro track that they have set up, which is towards the back of the park. And this is a lot of fun too, you know, obviously kind of technical, moving around trees, a little bit tighter than the first one we did. This is a little bit more, you know, intense because you got more exposed roots and more branches in the way. A couple of guys had some problems, which we had to stop and wait for them for. But this was nice. This was a cool little break again at the very end of all the work we had done all morning. So see those tight trees there. He didn't go through all the trees. He went through every other tree, which is kind of interesting. Hey, lunchtime. We had a baked chicken, mac and cheese, baked beans, cookies, and salad and something else. All right, so we're going to do the on-road portion now. That's a rough ship assist. Good lunch. Enjoyed that very much. And now we're doing the on-road training. To get us ready for the on-road portion, the instructor actually took us around the corner track here in the back of the park a few times, which was really fun. Just, you know, kind of, again, shake these things loose, get used to traction on pavement. We're still on TKC 80s, by the way, so let's get into it. So we're going to very end and looping around? Okay. So we started this training by doing as slow as possible friction zone work on pavement. So as low as you're able to maintain speed. Down to the end of this track, come back. And we did that 3 times, I believe, total. After that, we went right into the Enduro braking, where you come to a stop and get started again. So on this one, we're just working on slow speed, 3 to 5 miles an hour. Pretty simple stuff. And this is the Enduro stop portion, where you go to 0 and then back again. I was in second. And obviously we're sitting now instead of standing. And you know, whatever it takes to get started again, even if it takes a full lock like this, don't put your foot down. Just get that friction zone, give it some gas, and come out of that off-balance situation you're in. But it's about maintaining balance as long as possible, and then getting back into it. I'm not dabbing this entire time. The first one, I was giving it throttle gas, like, why the fuck is it stalling on me? So you'll see we're doing slalom, and then we're doing left and right counter steering. Counter steering is supposed to be done around 35 miles per hour was the goal, and slalom was as slow as you can go without stalling. And we did this for about half an hour. It was a big focus, was low speed maneuvers around the cones, and then the counter steering like that. They may have said 25 miles an hour actually, but that was the goal. I need to keep the throttle on there. If I cut throttle, I transfer that weight to the front wheel. Yeah, it took me a couple tries to get over my anticipation of the turn on this one, on the counter steering exercise.
Nice.
Thank you.
Looks good. Looks good.
Thank you. Sorry.
Oh, you got two this time.
I'm sorry.
Oh, you got one.
Oh, shit. Oh. I didn't realize it. All right, so now we've gone from now like more of a street course where you start by approaching at a slow speed, this kind of descending, you know, these cones are getting closer together if you can't tell, and then after that you go through or on top of these 1x4s that are sitting in the road. You can go on them or between them if you want to. Then you come to a stop, right leg out, come to a stop, left leg out. Don't drag your leg, either one. And then you do an enduro stop here, no feet down, and then you go around these cones basically. And you can go nearly any speed you want to, but obviously they want you to stay off the clutch. You stay off the clutch as much as possible for this one. And me, I was feathering the clutch a little bit because I was trying to go as slow as possible, but losing that. I'm going a little faster this time. That throttle. You guys getting dizzy on that one? I picked some cones up too, just to be a good patron. I kept this clip in there because watch the guy's hand. It's just such a great gesture. Fuck it. Makes me laugh every time. Alright, the one-handed thing, it really makes me laugh. It looks so silly to look at it like this. But it worked. It worked. They weren't kidding. It works. Okay, what you're seeing here is panic brake, rear brake only, ABS off. The second video is rear brake only, ABS on. And the third brake is going to be ABS back on, front and rear brake. It's amazing how much faster he stops. ABS is amazing. And this is ABS on at like 70 miles an hour. ABS on, off, and then back on again. Rear brake first, rear brake second, and then finally ABS on with both front and rear. So ABS is off, rear brake only. Is that okay?
That's good.
Okay.
Do it again.
Thank you. I did front brake, I'm sorry.
That's all right.
I wasn't thinking.
That's good.
Okay, sweet.
All right, so let's turn ABS back on.
Okay.
Got down for you.
Is it now same thing, just rear?
No, actually, we're going to do with everything.
Oh, everything, okay.
Stop's good. Get up in the second gear.
Okay. All right. What's that?
How fast?
35. Okay.
How fast is that?
40? 40? Okay. So we basically then ended our day with some track time. We started in the small track over here. We just had a lot of fun. I let a guy go around me because he was really on my butt. I mean, he's a faster rider than me. The three of us were way ahead of everyone else in the track, but these two I couldn't keep up with. They were faster than me by a few seconds. So I'm not really a fast rider, and so you know. Anyway, great to kind of finish up all of our skills by doing the small track. Then they threw us for a loop, and they took us off the track, and we did the third enduro course that I didn't even know existed. It's back here in the sand. So much fun. It felt like I was felt like I was back riding in Utah again. Tight sand, dirt, a few obstacles. It was so much fun. We did this for a few minutes. I'm doing 4X here instead of 20X. I want you guys to really enjoy kind of what a lot of this is about, what the Performance Center has to offer you guys, and less about the training I got. So you get to see like the whole gamut of things that are available to people that go here for training. And obviously following the buddy system. Guy behind me, I couldn't see him, so I stopped to wait for him and make sure he was okay. Yeah, we did all kinds of fun stuff here, and then we went around to the front of the campus where there are some hill climbs, things that the X cars, the X trucks do, like the hill climbs and the rocky stuff. But if you look at some of the GS Trophy qualifiers from previous years, you'll see some of those things as a part of the GS Trophy qualifier. So it's not like they're going to be car only tracks. I had a ton of fun in this. Again, they didn't take the trees very tight. I wanted to do a tighter slalom, but I still had fun with it. Yeah, this is such a cool space that was just left natural, and they made some small trails, and now it's here for all of us to play around with and enjoy. I think it's 136 acres available as a big playground, and I just had such a blast today. I know this video is super long, but I took about 3.5 hours of video and put it down to 35 minutes, and I feel like that was quite an accomplishment. And you guys can see this and see all the elements of this course and what it has to offer us. The water. I want to get the water. All right, guys, this is pretty much the end. After this was done, we've heard on the radio that the M-car training was done. And so they said, hey, you guys want to go out on the track where the M-cars are? And everyone said, yeah, sure. So the only rule was no passing. Other than that, go as fast and wild as you want to again, still on TKC 80s. What a blast. This was such a fun day, and I had just a good time. And after this, it's just some random clips, I think, of us kind of wrapping up the day, having some dinner at this barbecue place, and saying our goodbyes, and then the next morning I'm off back home. They have like 27 BMW techs that maintain all the cars and all the bikes. It's pretty amazing. 27 technicians for just maintenance, repairs, cleaning, etc. Pretty awesome. All right, 4 a.m. Sunday morning, and I am at the airport for a 6 a.m. flight back to New Hampshire. Yeah, I slept like a baby. Thanks for watching, everyone. Have a great day and ride safe. Appreciate you taking time to watch this long video. Take care.